Hello, everybody, and welcome in. Happiest day of fools to you all. Yo, holy shit, a 25 stream streak? That's crazy. Crazy stuff. But yes, today we are going to go through some skills so we can avoid being fools on this day of fools. So I figured out, why not start with trains? Let's learn how to run a train, because I'm sure that's something we can all do, right?
In this training module, you'll learn about the on-screen overlay known as the heads-up display, or HUD. You'll see it when you're in control of a train.
What is here?
You
Scatter.
can configure a range of parameters for the HUD that affect
How
how
is
it
your
looks in
walk?
the game
How's the
settings.
dog?
In this tutorial, you're going to take a look at the two main types of HUD and make a first choice of which one you prefer.
Ooh.
Get started by climbing up the ladder into this train and sit in the indicated driving seat.
Even Train Sim World, I move faster than New Vegas. How do I close the door?
Welcome to the most important seat in the train. Before you can start learning how to make the train move, you're going to need to understand what the HUD is telling you. There are three types of HUD. The one you're seeing now is the normal HUD.
Normal
Learn that
HUD.
first, and then take a look at the minimal HUD next.
Yeah,
There is also a
20 stream
simple
streak
HUD,
from
which is
Cuttlefish.
essentially a cut-down version of the normal HUD. The HUD is a guide to show you what the train is doing, how you're doing, and what your next objectives are. You can tune what's shown here using the game settings. The main part of the normal HUD is the speed display in the bottom right. Your current speed is indicated by a white bar that will appear on the outside of the speedometer, and there is a red mark that indicates the maximum permitted speed. This is the direction display. An arrow will indicate the forward, reverse, and neutral directions.
Ooh.
A cross, or X, means the reverser is currently either not inserted or in the off position. This is the
How are you
power
doing
display.
today, Cuttlefish?
A number will indicate what position the power or throttle control is in. If the display is white, it refers to power. If the display is yellow, it means powered braking or dynamic braking. If the display is red, then the throttle is currently locked out and you will need to take steps to release the lock before power can be applied. You can learn about troubleshooting elsewhere in Training Center. These are the brake indicators. The exact one
okay.
shown will vary by train and will often be visible in the train itself on the various gauges. These gauges tell you what is happening in the braking system. The most important one
You
is
got a
the
cake for the
VC, or
dog's
brake
birthday?
cylinder.
Awesomeness. Happy
Trains, when
birthday,
this reads
doggy.
0, that means the brakes are
Which
released.
one?
Anything else and the brakes are applied.
Who's the special pupper today?
In the top right is the track monitor. This shows you the line ahead and allows you to
You
see
may not
all
have
the
train
signals
Austin.
and speed limit changes that you're approaching. By default, the track monitor shows the signals with their
The walk was
actual
good.
red, yellow,
Yay.
or green aspect.
Floki and
But when you
Freya,
get
they're
more
turning
confident,
6.
You can hide this
Aw.
information via an option in the game settings. As you accelerate,
I have no
the
idea what
track
this dude's
monitor
been
will
saying to me.
extend its
I just want to
look-ahead
get in here and
distance
start
so you can
pressing
see
buttons.
much further ahead at higher speeds. This is all done automatically. Now that you're familiar with the normal HUD, it's time to take a look at the minimal HUD. You can change this via the game settings, but for this tutorial the game will change it automatically. You can see that most of the HUD is now gone. We are left with basic information in the top left corner.
Oh shit, there's stuff in the top left corner. I didn't even notice that.
The minimal HUD immerses you in the experience of driving the train. Use the train's real gauges as much as possible. In the top left corner, you will see the information about your next objective and some limited information about what the train's doing, such as your current speed, the speed limit, and the gradient. Use the game settings to add and remove information from the minimal HUD. With less information, you'll find driving more challenging, but also more immersive and rewarding. Experienced players might prefer the minimal HUD, especially when driving from the cab view. The normal HUD is ideal for newcomers or anyone who wants to drive from an external camera. You can switch HUDs in game settings. Do you want to start with the normal HUD or minimal HUD?
Normal HUD.
That concludes this module. If you wish to
How
replay
much
it, you can
training
come back
are we
to
gonna
it at
do
any
in
time via the training center.
Oh. Wait, what? You're enjoying Train World, Sim World 6, here's where... No, I'm not buying stuff. I'm the poor. My money is for chocolate. And cat food.
In this training module, you're going to learn how to make a train move and then bring it to a stop. For this exercise, you'll be using a British Class 323 electric multiple unit.
We're gonna
It's a
move.
great train to get started with, as the controls are quite straightforward. This module will get you used to the feel of the train and its controls. While many trains have different controls and are operated in different ways, there are basically always three controls
we
that
get
are
an
common
interview,
and are
or-
required to move the train.
At least signed up for an interview
The
or
reverser
scheduled
chooses
for an
the
interview.
direction you're going to move in. It often has 4 positions: off, forward, neutral, and reverse. The brakes are used to slow or stop the train. There are potentially
What?
multiple
Welcome
braking
in.
systems you can find in different trains, and you can read
So we're
more.
gonna give V a quick shout out here. Now that we have some people to shout V out to. V is amazing. I've been playing a lot of the coin game. Basically arcade sim, and it's been a lot of fun. But then there's also like carnival stuff going on with one of them as well. And that was kind of cool to see. But yes, today we are training to operate the train.
About that in other sections of the training center.
For
now,
the first
the
hour,
Class
I'm gonna
323 has a very
give
simple
everybody a
braking
rundown
system.
on multiple
The
skills,
throttle
so
controls
you'll
how
have
fast the train
options.
accelerates.
You are very
In
welcome.
this train, the throttle and brakes are controlled by a combined power and brake handle. Moving the handle in one direction will apply power. The middle position is neutral and does nothing, and then the other range applies the brakes. You will find in some other trains that the throttle and brakes are on separate handles.
Ooh,
Before you go any further, set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
tail lights are off.
We want to move the train forwards, so set the reverser to the forwards position.
Ooh,
Now pull the combined power and brake handle towards you to release the brake. In the bottom right and in the center of the speedometer gauge, you can see a little ball. This is the accelerometer and will move up or down to indicate whether you're speeding up or slowing down.
moving. We're moving. Oh, Sandals, welcome in. How is everybody doing? I'm making train do train thing. Hey, go choo choo. I'm wearing like
Now that you've
the
reached your
stupidest
target
grin right
speed,
now.
You can move the throttle control back to the center position. The train will then
Okay, now we're coasting. That's kind of cool. Okay, after V came Ward. I'll give Ward their quick shout out here. Wait, it wants me to do what now?
When it comes to stopping trains, the specifics of each train can be quite different. However, the basic process is fundamentally the same. Bring this
I've
train
never
to
seen
a
this
complete
member.
stop by moving the power brake handle into the braking range.
Oh, train noises in my headphones. What the hell? I mean, it's not a steam engine, but
The amount of braking you will need to apply also varies depending on whether you're going uphill or downhill and how
But
heavy
still,
your
this
train
is-
Knowing the right amount to apply will come with practice and experience. Stopping a train is one of the biggest challenges of controlling it, particularly stopping it in the right place. That
right,
concludes
the
this
brake
module.
noise.
If you wish
When I
to
lived in
replay it, you can
Vancouver,
come back
I
to it at any
didn't
time
ride
via
the
training
Skyrail
center.
too often, but still, the few times that I did, there was something special about it. Yeah, I know there's some DLC for them.
In this training module, you'll be learning basic passenger operations in this Class 323 electric multiple unit.
There's a train game called Derail Valley. That
This
is a
part of the
really
training
in-depth
center is the Metro Loop. It is used
steam engine
primarily for
simulator,
driver training
and
for
I
passenger
would
trains
love
that
to
are
have
generally
that.
shorter or might stop more frequently in normal operating practice. It consists of 2 platforms. In this module, we'll be doing a complete circuit and practicing stopping at both stations.
Ooh, we're gonna stop at
When you're
stations.
ready, open the door and climb aboard the train. Take a seat in the driver's position. Always remember to close the driver's door once you get in. To unlock the control desk, insert the master key and activate it. Turn the coach lighting on so that passengers aren't boarding a dark train. To allow passengers to board the train, you will need to open the correct doors. In order to use the buttons in the cab, you must first insert and then turn the door key to the on position.
There we go.
As the platform is on your left, press the open doors left button.
I really like trains. Wait, which is this? This is the... Oh, left side, door release.
The weather has turned quite bad, so you'll need to turn the wipers on.
Wait, did people get on? No, but I did open the right side, so that's cool. Okay, wipers. Oh, wiper control. This is awesome. We're all training as driver. Yeah. 5 stream streak from Sandals. That also reminds me, let's get Sandals their quick shout out here. There we go. I was not actually expecting this game to be this good. I've been sitting on this for a little while, but I immediately like stopped playing as soon as I started because it really does. It keeps shoving in your face. Oh, we've got all these expansions. Wipers. Oh, so hold the V key to increase the set. But there we go. Intermin 2.
Cab light is currently on. Make sure to turn it off. It's useful to find your way around in the cab, but can make it hard to see out of the window, so you should always turn it off before you start moving.
Where is my cab light? Oh.
Headlights in the UK are used to allow others to see the train rather than being of great use to the driver seeing out. Set the headlights for daytime running and ensure the tail lights are off.
There we go.
While the passenger doors are open and the loading objective completes, you'll notice the bar in the top left slowly rising. Once it reaches the top, the objective will complete and it will be time to close the doors.
Ooh.
Now the passengers have boarded the train, close and lock the doors using the close left doors button.
There's nobody here. You lied to me. Oh well.
Set the reverser to forward. Apply some power to get moving.
Oh my god, do you hear it? No people on the train. They see us rolling. More like they hear us rolling. Ooh, oh my god. Got a fuse panel? Okay, we got cleaner sockets, cab heating control. Ooh, can I turn that? Winding that closed means we're getting power through it. Wait, so if I've got a fuse for it, where's my switch for it?
You're approaching the next station. Use the power brake handle to apply power so that you come to a gentle stop at the indicated marker on the platform.
Ooh. Oh. Here we go.
This platform is on the right, so you'll need to use the open right doors button to unlock and open the doors this time. Once again, observe the objective indicator on the HUD to tell you when it is completed.
Is there a... Okay, so that's the door closed. That's the signal buzzer.
Use the doors close right button to close and lock the doors. Drive the train to the next platform without any further guidance and see how you get on.
Ooh. No further guidance, he says. Okay. Suddenly the turkeys in the back start thawing. Okay, what do we got? We got hazard lights, door interlock. Ooh, sanding. So it's like frosty out. Oh, this is our right doors. We don't have to stand up. That makes lots of sense. Oh, I just realized we're only traveling in like 50. There we go. $30, $28. It's weird. This is we're still doing like 10K, so why we're still 11 meters from it feels a little weird. Yeah, apparently this button... Oh shit, that's... wrong way. And we're here. This is left side. We are now loading. AWS. Pan down. Battery charger. Okay.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
We did it. Let's see what else it gets us to do. Now I kind of don't want to swap to the other two games later. Get in and punch it, right?
In this training module, you'll be learning about the various camera controls and how to get the best views.
Ooh.
You can drive from in the cab or an exterior camera. Exterior views are particularly useful for coupling and uncoupling.
Ooh, teach me how to
Currently,
couple.
you're in the cab of this Class 323 EMU with the same view a real driver would have. Before experimenting with camera views, set the train up correctly as if ready for departure.
There we go.
We will now explore the camera controls.
You want a couple? 3 key to switch. Oh, okay, so
Back
one.
inside the cab, a different key must be pressed. Do that now.
Do that now.
Now that you're used to interior and exterior, switch back to the exterior view again to learn more about it. From the exterior, you can move the camera around. Use the keys indicated along with your mouse to move and turn the camera. If the mouse pointer is moving but your view doesn't change, right-click the mouse to turn on camera mode. Spend a minute just practicing moving and turning the external camera.
Oh, arrow keys. Okay.
You can zoom in and out using the mouse wheel. Try it now.
Oh, look, it's me. Man, I look grumpy.
While in an external camera, you can also interact with some elements such as junctions. You'll be
Calling
learning about
for
junctions properly
student
in a different
workers
training module.
to hit on
But for
hired
now,
staff.
fly over to the
Interesting.
indicated junction and change it by interacting with it using the controls indicated. There's a lot more to learn about cameras, including numerous other camera modes. You can find out more in other areas of the training center. That concludes this module.
Ooh,
If you wish to
I like
replay it, you can come back to it at
camera
any time
2.
via
It
the
like
training
pivots
center.
off of the train. Moving a train, part 2. Let me go.
In this module, you'll combine everything you learned from the moving a train, passenger operations, and camera controls modules, but from outside the train. Now you'll have the freedom to enjoy external cameras while driving the train. Before you go any further, get the lighting all set up correctly. Now press the keys indicated to set the reverser. Just as with other modules, you're currently sitting in a Class 323 multiple unit. You must now switch to the exterior camera. If you need a reminder on how to do this, head over to the camera controls module first and have a quick refresher.
Oh, let me do the things.
Aside from the magnificent views, exterior camera views can make it easier to complete tasks such as coupling, checking your lights, and changing junctions. Only a small number of the most common functions are usable for an exterior camera. If you find you need to do something that isn't available, simply switch to the internal camera to do it,
Look.
and then switch back.
Bicycles.
Finally, press the key indicated to apply some power. There are two keys, one to add more throttle and one to take throttle away. Experiment with them a little.
Yeah. Have you heard the, I can't remember the band's name. I'm gonna butcher this so badly. It's like Bloomchen? They have a remix called Bicycle Race. Of Queen's Bicycle. And yeah, it's really good. Wait for speed to reach. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Oh, is that what you also just called bicycle race? Okay, fair enough. But still, the remix is really good. There's also a really awesome animated music video that someone threw together using clips from a show called Golden Boy. Oh, where are we going? We're going this way.
Now that you've moved down the track, it's time to bring the train to a stop. Use the keys indicated to adjust the power brake handle to apply some brakes.
No authority on Queen. No, that really rudimentary understanding of their word. Brain mate.
Try restarting this tutorial and running it a few times until you're comfortable with driving from the outside, including moving the camera around. That concludes this module.
Sir Dr.
If
Brian?
you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at
Sir
any
Dr.
time
Brian,
via the Training
interesting.
Center.
That is a collection of titles.
In this training module, you'll be learning how to shut down a cab and change ends of the train so that you can drive in the other direction. You'll bring this unit back to central square sidings. You'll need to change ends a couple of times. Don't worry about how the train is going to get there though, all the paths are going to be set for you. You just need to change ends and then drive when you're given instruction to do so. Get started by setting this cab up for operation. Set the head. Set the reverser to forwards, as that's the direction you'll be going. The first move brings the train forwards to the junction around the corner from here, and you'll be stopping once the rear of the train has cleared it. Apply some power and drive forward a bit so that we can prove that this cab is working and the train moves as expected.
Pulling going forward because you can't remember. Yeah. Master key is on. No, that was weird. It took forever for this thing to power up. I have no idea what's going on.
That's far enough. Bring the train to a stop by applying...
I teach how to run down, Jerry. Oh god.
Now that the train has stopped, you need to shut this cab down. Turn off the headlights and ensure the tail lights are on. Set the reverser to off. Remove the master key. This cab is now shut down. Walk over to the other end of the train, ensuring
I'm going to
to
drown
close
you
any
like a
doors
sack
behind
of
you.
dumb puppies.
Hydrate. I can do that. Yep, I still move faster than in New Vegas.
Sit in the driver's seat. Follow the steps indicated to activate this cab, repeating the procedure that you did when you set up the previous cab. Now that the cab is active, wait for the yard controller to give us permission to proceed forward once they've checked and blocked all the junctions for us. You're good to go. Apply some power.
What am I missing? You're off to bed now, Cuttlefish? Well, I hope you rest well. Take care. Thank you very much for being here. What am I missing? Oh no. Day ahead. It's me flipping the second seat. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, but I'm a police train. What's going on? Daily restraint. Yes. So... Ah. There we go. Why is it not? Did I blow something? That's like a full kilometer away. That's the next station. Okay, master key off. Master key on. I'm confused. Did I leave something set over there? Ah. Maybe having a set to emergency brake? Let's see if that does it. Right? I'm just as confused. What is going on? What the hell? Use A. Dissonance rail replacement. No trains for a week. Oh, jeez. Oh, Hugh. Oh, wait. Yeah, stop at location over there. Perfect for the trolley problem. Okay. Okay, that's everything turned off. Okay, that's auxiliary power. We'll turn the taillights off. Turn our headlights on. To fully shut down the other end. Possibly. but I was pretty sure I had. Reverse is off. That is off. Marker lights, tail lights. I think that should be good, right? We were doing so good on the other ones before. What is this? Is this a bathroom? I'm so... Me too. Like... At this point, I can't think of anything else that it needs me to do. Pan up reset? That's annoying. We will be right back after this quick ad break. I will return. Well, I return. Let's get this back to the station, and then we'll see what to do from there. We'll either switch games or continue on, depending on what the people want.
Follow the steps indicated to deactivate this cab.
Still not entirely sure what, the pan up and pan down thing. But it wants us to go back to this driver's seat, so... Wait, I can sit in these seats? That's kind of cool. In the game. Euro Truck Sim 2. Ooh.
Now that the cab is active, wait for the yard controller to give us permission to proceed forward once they've checked and locked all the junctions for us.
Yard controller, where is he?
You're good to go. Apply some power and get moving. You'll find...
Interesting. So, for whatever reason, Central Depot, Track 18, here we go. Now that's on sale, some DLC packs. Ooh.
Before you finish, take a moment to review. When changing cabs on almost any train, there are some common things to double check before you depart the cab you're finished with. What position have you left the throttle and brake controls in? What position is the reverser in? Are the headlights and taillights set up correctly for what will become the rear of the train? Are all doors closed? Once you get used to each train you operate, you'll quickly begin to remember what each one needs and get used to the elements that are common between different trains. That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
So, what do? Do we continue with Train Sim World here, or do we move on to one of the other games? Because that was a lot more fun than I had anticipated, and yeah. Looks like people were enjoying it. This is fun. Maybe we'll come back to this another time. Or how do I... Let's see.
In this training module, you'll be learning about the live 2D map and how it can help you understand where you are, where your objective is, and how you can change the path of the train to get to the right place. Under normal circumstances, the driver has little, if anything, to do with where a train is going. It's all handled centrally by a signaling center or dispatcher. Within yards and depots,
I think we'll continue.
You will find that these are often managed by the crew of the train directly. That means you. You can tell whether a junction is manual or automatic by looking at it. If it has no big lever, then it's automatic and you can't influence it. If it does, then interacting with that lever will change the junction. For this module, you'll take this class 323 from the siding here next to the main loops and set all the junctions yourself to direct the train to the switch lines, and then change ends and repeat the process to bring the train into the depot. Your destination has been set over in the switch lines on the far west of the training center. Use the map to follow the path from the train to the destination and change all the junctions you need to get there. If you make a mistake and go the wrong way, you can go back and try to correct it. If you're not ready for that, just restart the module and try again.
Wait. Interesting. Stop and look. Okay. Let's see where. I don't know that I understand the map thing. That's a really nice mountain in the background there.
You've made it to the first destination. Go ahead and change ends in the train and you can try one more time for practice.
Oh, to shut it down set to be 3. Okay. We got this. And we'll go all the way over here.
Once again, use the map to adjust the junctions between your train and the destination. Where the black lines on the 2D map aren't aligned with the blue path, change the junction. When you're ready, get moving. Okay, so I want to go... Oh, okay. I kinda... I kind of understand it now.
So now this should get us there nice and quickly.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
There we go. Okay, we're starting to get the hang of it. Ooh, diesels.
In this training module, you're going to learn to drive a diesel-electric locomotive and how the controls differ from a multiple unit. This is a BR Class 66 diesel-electric locomotive typically used for freight operations in the United Kingdom. In some trains, it is first necessary to insert the reverser handle. We need to do that on this one.
Diesel. Oh my god, I have such a fucking huge grin on my face right now. Yo, this even feels like a gritty, dirty diesel. This is...
We want to move the train forwards, so move the reverser in that direction. The train brake on the Class 66 uses a sprung lever. Holding it one way will gradually release the brakes until you release the lever. Holding it the other will gradually apply the brakes. You need to keep an eye on the two brake gauges in front of you. The larger one in the middle is the brake pipe. The outside needle shows the target pressure and the inside needle shows the actual pressure.
Automatic brake.
When you apply or release the brakes, the outer needle moves and the onboard control systems will begin to adjust the brakes to match your setting. You can make a change to the brakes and focus on the road ahead while the system works to match the pressure you've set. The second gauge of note is the brake cylinder gauge, which is the second from the left. This tells you exactly what is happening with the brakes on the two sets of wheels on the locomotive. If the needles are raised to a V shape, that means they are fully applied. When the needles are both pointing directly down, the brakes on the locomotive will be fully released. You can learn more about braking systems elsewhere in the training center. But for now, you just need to remember that you are directly controlling the outer needle on the brake pipe gauge and that the end result is shown on the brake cylinder gauge. Keep the brake control in release until you can see the brake pipe control needle is reading 5 bar, pointing upwards. This will release the brakes fully. Watch the brake cylinder gauge to see it gradually reduce to 0.0. Needles pointing downwards, which tells you that the brakes are now fully released on the locomotive and you can move the train.
Ooh, okay.
It's important to note that the brake cylinder gauge is only telling you what's happening on your locomotive. If you have wagons attached, they can take a little longer to release, so if the train doesn't move immediately, don't worry. Apply some throttle to get the train moving. As you apply power, notice the ammeter rising, the gauge on the right-hand side with the colored sections.
Oh my
This
god.
is the amount of power being fed into the traction motors. Try to keep it in the
Dude,
green
shut up, you're
section
talking over the
and
engine here.
briefly in the yellow, and avoid the red section to avoid damaging your traction motors. Now that you've reached your target speed, you can move the throttle control back to 0. The train will then coast on level ground, and the train will only slow down very gradually.
This sounds heavy. You can do it with less words. There's just something about like big, like old, gritty diesels.
That's far enough. Bring this train to a complete stop by holding the brake control in the apply state until you see the brake pipe control needle in the center of your cab desk showing about 4 bar. The amount of braking you'll need to apply also... That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
So diesels are tricky, but fun sounding.
In this training module, you'll be learning about changing ends with a locomotive. Many types of locomotives have 2 cabs in order to make them as versatile as possible. While the cabs are often virtually identical, they are often referred to as either the A and B ends, number 1 or 2 end, or simply their front and back. Usually the designation of the cab is written somewhere in the cab. In the case of the Class 66, it's above the window on the right-hand side.
The number 1 cab.
You can see you're in the number 1 cab. All the junctions will be set for you in this module. You'll just be focusing on the locomotive. First, get the train moving forwards and drive over to the indicated stop marker and come to a stop in the platform somewhere.
Okay, so brakes are off. Oh yeah, where's my headlights? Metro North, where the hell's that? Oops. I may have, we may have missed our stop. Yo, we're flying. Hells yeah.
Okay, let's change ends. The basic process is always the same. Shut down the cab you're in and set up a new cab. Each cab has slightly different requirements to shut it down and set it up, however. Start by setting the reverser back to neutral.
Tail lights on. Headlights off. Neutral.
Now,
Take the handle.
removing the reverser has automatically applied the brakes on the locomotive, so you don't need to worry about what happens when you change ends or what position to leave the train brake in.
That's
On this
handy.
locomotive and on some others, you also need to make sure to put the locomotive brake in the release position when you're ready to switch cabs. If you don't, the controls in the other cab won't be able to release the brake.
Release.
Before you move to the other cab, set
Please.
the tail lights on and turn the headlights off. If you've used cab light or desk lights, turn those off too.
Okay, I think that's everything.
Head to the other cab. You'll need to leave the train and get back on board at the other end. While some trains allow you to walk from cab to cab internally, it's often hot and uncomfortable.
Hot and uncomfortable. I want to go through the... Well, that was something.
Notice that this end shows that you're in cab number 2 with the writing above the right-hand window. Get the cab set up as per normal and then pull forward to the marker in the other siding and come to a stop anywhere in there. Don't worry about junctions, they've all been set for you.
Okay, so we gotta charge this thing up. There we go. Set to release. God, I love the sound of that engine. Okay, we can kind of coast from here. I feel like... Oh. I have to go back and then we're gonna swap. Okay. Let's fucking go. Wait, what? Yeah, I guess we're going all the way around. Listen to that thing go, though. $80K. Jinx, please don't eat my microphone. $90K. Okay, yeah, we're... This thing weighs too much to be moving this fast. Did I time this right? I did in fact time the brakes right, but I thought that the track would have been swapped for me. Intriguing. Okay, now it is. I'm pretty certain of it. Pardon me. Here we go. Oh shit, we're doing 100 and something now. We're good. Driving over a speed limit. Oops. We're flying though. Look at that. 70, 60, 50. Did I come around to the right spot though?
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Okay, so yeah, we did end up on the right track. That doesn't go as far as I thought I was going. But yeah, 107k. Got that diesel flying. Ooh, now we're learning coupling and uncoupling.
In this trading module, you'll move some mineral wagons to a new location and learn how to
Yo,
couple
Don.
and uncouple the wagons to your locomotive. All junctions are going to be changed automatically for you in this tutorial, so you can focus on driving.
How are you doing, Don?
The mineral wagons are located ahead of us. Start by pulling gently forwards until you touch the wagons and stop. This will take some practice as it requires a lot more fine control. You'll find the locomotive brake is easier and more responsive. Take your time. If you hit the wagons too hard, they might come off the track, so try to be gentle and aim for 2 miles per hour or under as you touch them. You may also prefer the external camera to give more visibility, particularly as you get close to the wagons.
Your existing just gonna be lagging. Baldur's Gate 3 for nice. And all good. You are very much welcome to just lurk. What's the matter, Jinx? Wait, what do you mean no trees for Jinx Redeem? I should still... Weird.
Unacceptable!
Yeah, give me one moment here. Let's see if I can fix this quickly. Because, yeah, that's bizarre. It's been replaced with a treats for wub button. That's what's up. No, I'm joking. Where is it? Isa, welcome in. Okay, there we go. It should be working now if you refresh. How are you doing, Isa? Transfer. Okay. Give me one moment. And I will be right back as I go and grab some.
Gore9 the Clouds has some treats for Jinx.
Yeah, I gotta go get some treats. Give me one moment. Alright. So Jinx got his treats. Now what? Hold the automatic brake and release. Now we start applying power.
The next step is to couple up. You can either do this by using the external camera or by getting out and doing it by hand. In this tutorial, you'll learn both techniques so you can decide which one you prefer. There are many types of couplers on the railways. In this case, you've got conventional UK chain couplings, which simply need you to put the loop over the hook on the other vehicle. In the sim, you can do this by simply interacting with the coupler when you see the operating point. Apply the emergency brake and the emergency brake plunger. This will empty all air out of the brake pipe and prevent the brake pipe from overcharging as you couple to the wagons. Do this one by getting out of control. Leave the cab and walk over to the coupling.
I'm pretty sure that's the coupling. Okay. But what do I know? One day. Gotta get some more treats for Jinx.
Interact with the coupling to couple the vehicles together. Now head back to the cab. Unset the emergency brake plunger to restore the brakes. Then you'll need to shut this cab down and change ends. Follow the instructions here or check out the training module that covers changing cabs in more detail.
Okay, so wait. It was already coupled though. Okay, so then we take this off. And they were already coupled. Oh, I wanted to let me go through. I wish there was like a way to like get treats with just Twitch points. That'd be awesome.
Takes the junctions required.
That'd be cool if you could actually do more stuff with actual Twitch points.
Junction set, you clear to go.
Because I mean, like,
Now pull the
Amazon
trigger
owns
through.
Twitch.
The brake pipe responds more slowly as you release the brakes. You'll feel your train taking more time to respond. It will also feel sluggish as it has extra weight behind it. Take this into consideration as you drive, noting that it now takes longer to speed up.
Look, there's another train over there. Pay rent, what channel points? Yo. Oh yeah, we need to start stopping now. Spend my pay on them. They did also add that recently too to Twitch, which I thought was a little weird. Don't want to be that viewer. Oh. But now you can spend your Twitch payout before you get it on what's it called? Bits. You can convert your Twitch payout into bits instead of actually getting real money. It's I don't know what to think of it. Why is there a train coming up behind us? Oh, duh. Who wants to couple? And apparently we are going around again. It wants us on Central Depot Track Z. And I can't do anything. We're just going for a ride. Oh shoot, no, we've got ads. My apologies. I will be right back. How did we already get to the second ad break already? Alright. Sorry about that. I lost track of time. I didn't even realize that, Wait, what are we doing? Ooh, so, Easter is coming up pretty quick, isn't it? Is it this coming Friday? That's Easter Friday? Anybody got exciting plans for their Easter? Has anybody already hoarded, loads of chocolate? Waiting for the post sales? Smart. I still haven't gotten my work schedule, so I don't think I'm gonna end up making any sales, unfortunately. Pauses with Cadbury eggs. Yo. Nice. The Cadbury eggs are great. Hot plate? We have a hot plate? Where's my hot plate? Oh, I guess that's the hot plate. Did I say work schedule? Yeah! Wait, had I not told you, Isa? I had a job interview, kind of. And I technically got a job. Not that I've started working there yet, though. But I got the job. And, They just recently opened their new location. So I guess we're just waiting for them to work some other minor things out here and there, and hopefully I should be getting on the schedule soon. Yeah. Well, it shouldn't be too bad, because I'll be working as a mechanic at a bike shop. Driver safety device. I'm the driver safety device. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. My current little make means end job, which is really just delivering papers, has been a little iffy, and yeah. Waiting to start the new job, so things are a little tight right now. But the fact that I have the job is awesome. Okay, screw us, we shall live in hills eating sticks like God. Yeah. But yeah, I am really stoked to eventually get started there. How the hell am I supposed to get there? It wants me here. But it sent me all the way out. So, honestly, I'm not entirely sure. $50K. Like, wait. Is there even a way for me to get back in here? Ooh, we're in a tunnel. Ooh, hickory. Hickory sticks. Okay, so obviously I can't make that sharp turn. You should have said sandalwood. Okay, so the full train's past it. Okay. So now I should start going off to the left. Yes. Okay. So that should get us. There we go. Headed home from work. Yay, safe travels. Okay. Okay, and I just need to get past here by a little bit. There we go. Petition a state to run a train track to your house. Ooh. Could be handy. Okay. shoot, 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 shoot. No, wrong way. Well, actually, no. This will be fine. This will be fun. This will be fun. We just need... Yeah. Because it seemed fitting. Ooh. I'll check it out in just a moment. In main chat, let's see. That's awesome. I love it. Thank you for sharing that, Isa. Not at all what I was expecting. In all the best ways. Okay, let's double check our switches now. So yeah, we'll come up onto here. Onto main 4. Which should put us in league to stop at Z. Nice. So much DLC for this game. Well, that's kind of a good thing, though. $149 DLC. I mean, it's mostly individual locomotives, though, isn't it? And specific routes. Oh, I guess, yeah. Oi, oi, here we go. Okay, so we've stopped. Okay. What does it want us to do? Hmm. What the hell? Stop at location. I mean, we have. We're at location. Central Z. Maybe go forward a little bit. There we go. Release the brake. I decoupled because I'm an idiot. Okay, it's coupled. Here we go. Interesting. Where does it want me to go? I'm confused. Okay. Like, now what? Interesting. Train stop override. Crew message 1 of 8. Huh. So what the hell does it want me to do? Because we've technically... Okay, we've done that. Diesel train introduction, changing ends. Cab slash control car introduction. Let's try this one.
In this training module, you'll be learning about vehicles called control cars or cab cars. In the UK, they're often called driving van trailer or DVT cars, and you will likely come across other names for them too. The name cab car will be used for the rest of this module to keep it simple. Cab cars are essentially a passenger coach with a driving cab in them, but most importantly, they have no means of propulsion themselves. There are no engines or motors, so they can't move under their own power. The way that a cab car works is it will remotely control a locomotive at the other end of the train, and this is where it's important to understand their behavior as being a little different to the cab experience of the locomotive itself.
Oh yeah, here's our engine.
There may be a little lag in control response, and you may not quite have the same instrument outputs as you do in the locomotive itself. For this module, you'll be taking this German Doppelstock cab car, which has a 146.2 locomotive at the other end, setting it up and then driving it forwards to a marker at the other end of the yard area. Revisit this module a couple of times to try different things out and get familiar with the subtle difference when driving from the cab car.
This is interesting.
One of the biggest and most obvious differences when driving from the cab car is that there's a lot less sound. Since all the motors and fans are at the other end of the train, it can be a little disconcerting at first.
Yeah, I bet. Oh my god. Okay, we've got that. And then we've got just normal seats up there. That's funky stuff. And there's a glass box. Ooh, fancy seat though. Oh my.
Engage the brake system by turning this key. Put the reverser in forwards. Turn on the headlights and set the signal light switch.
Signal light switch to headlights.
Ensure the doors are closed. Release the brakes and apply some power to get moving. It feels a little odd at first. All the audio cues you're used to in the cab aren't present here, so you just need to give the locomotive time to react to your commands.
That's so weird.
Experiment with some power and some brakes and see how the train reacts. You may find some sharp jolts happening because of how the slack is being bunched up or stretched out by the loco at the back. You can minimize this by making your first power or brake applications lighter and then increasing them. You'll get used to this with practice and experience.
Moving at just shy of 25k here. Well, it wants us to get up to 32k.
Cut the power and coast the rest of the way.
Easy enough. Pantograph main circuit breaker. Wow. Another train. Where's our horn? Do we not get a horn?
This is far enough. Bring the train to a stop now by applying the train brake. This is just a brief introduction to cab cars. The changing ends for cab cars training module goes into more depth about both the cab car and the BR146.2 locomotive on the other end of the train.
Interesting.
That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Didn't we just do this one? German cruise control. Ooh, here we go. Last little bit on a steam train. Ooh.
In this training module, you'll be learning the basics of operating a steam locomotive. You'll be driving this Scania Class 8F steam locomotive. When you're ready, climb onto the footplate. Sit in the driver's position. Start by preparing the locomotive for departure.
Hells yeah.
The reverser determines the direction of travel and how much steam is consumed as the locomotive moves.
Regulator, where's
Set
the
your
reverser?
reversers to full forward position. You will lose all available power when setting off. This locomotive has a combination brake that controls both steam and vacuum brakes. Steam brakes will apply on just the locomotive. Vacuum brakes will apply to the rest of the train, so long as it is equipped with vacuum brakes. The brakes are released when a vacuum is created. The driver can use the brake handle to destroy the vacuum, which will start to apply the brakes. To create a vacuum, you should use the ejectors. The small ejectors should be left open when the train is running. The large ejector can be used to more quickly increase the vacuum after coupling or heavy braking.
Get rid of this block quickly. To fully open.
When the locomotive has been left standing, you'll want to open the cylinder cocks or remove any water. Water in the cylinders can damage the locomotive as it doesn't compress like steam. The regulator acts like the throttle control for steam locomotives. It controls how much steam is delivered into the cylinders. Applying too much power too early can cause wheel slip, so increase its slope. After a few wheel rotations, the cylinder should have been blown clear by the steam. Starting to pick up speed. Move the reverser towards forwards 25%. To drive a steam locomotive, you'll mostly be managing the regulator and the reverser. The regulator puts steam into the cylinders. The reverser uses that steam to power the pistons and manage the power you get from the locomotive.
Ah.
As you accelerate, you'll want to gradually pull the reverser back towards the middle, usually no less than 15%, in order to make the most efficient use of steam and get the most out of the locomotive. Practice and experience will show you how much to adjust the various controls by. The way you manage the controls will vary depending on the type of steam locomotive and the weight of the train behind it, but the fundamental process of what each control does is the same. Brake to apply some braking force and bring the train to a stop. That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back at any time via the training center.
That's kind of funky. Changing ends for cab cars. Training center locomotive list. Refueling. Passenger operations. In this
this training module, you'll be learning basic passenger operations in a Stanier 8F steam locomotive. When you're ready, set up the locomotive for driving. The reverser determines the direction of travel and how much steam is consumed as the locomotive moves. When a vacuum is created, this will release the brakes. The driver can use the brake handle to destroy the vacuum, which will start to apply the brakes. To create a vacuum, you should use the ejectors. This locomotive has been left standing, so you'll need to open the cylinder cocks to remove any water. Slowly open the regulator to apply some power. Power delivery is delayed in a steam locomotive, and applying too much power
Forward. Released. Fully open. Oh, okay, yeah, we are pulling weight. I was wondering what was going on.
Starting to pick up speed. Move the reverser to forwards 25%. This reduces the amount of steam let.
There we go. Nice. Metro South. Now we're chugging along. Nice. Cylinder cock.
To stop at the next station ready to perform passenger operations. close the regulator and gently apply the combination brake to bring the train to a stop at our destination. Great work. To allow passengers to board, you'll need to open the doors. Keep the doors open to allow enough time for passengers to board the train.
Just running around opening all of the... Okay. Did we miss passenger doors of some sort? There we go.
Now the passengers have boarded the train, close the doors.
Well, that's annoying. I pressed Y. Well, maybe it's only if I'm in the seat. Maybe it only works if I'm in the seat. Let's try this.
Now let's go to the next stop. Once the wheels have rotated a few times with the cylinder cocks open, you should close them to preserve steam.
Building steam. There we go. Off to bed. Good night, Dawn. I'm going to be wrapping up pretty shortly here anyway. But thank you so very much for being here. I hope you have a good rest. And stretch. There we go. And hydrate. I can do that.
Like a sack of dumb puppies.
small amount of brake and bring the train to a stop at the station. Good work. This time, open the doors on the opposite side.
There we go.
Close the doors. That concludes this module. If you wish to replay it, you can come back to it at any time via the training center.
Well, that was fun. And yeah, I think I'm going to call it here. Not at all what I really had planned, but you know what? That is entirely fine. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys were entertained. I know that there's a few of us out there that really enjoy trains, and it shows. You are very, very welcome. I too really enjoy trains. So yes, thank you so very much everybody for coming and hanging out with me this fine Wednesday evening. My name is Discord Webhouse and I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday here on Twitch. If you did enjoy what we're doing and you want to join, or you want to check out past streams, clips, highlights, wonderful things, I do have YouTube. You can find and follow me over there at Discord Productions. I had no idea. I kept you cool the whole time. Or if you really enjoyed what we're doing and you want to hang out with us off stream, join us for community nights, game nights, movie nights, all that wonderful stuff every Thursday in our Discord server. That's going to be moving to Tuesdays again coming up soon because my evening classes are now on Thursdays. But yes, thank you all for being here. Let's see if we've got anybody to raid out to quickly before I just dash out of here. Anyone on our close list? No. But you know, that's absolutely fine. So again, thank you all so very much for being here. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Please remember to take care and stay awesome. Until next time. Bye-bye.